Okay, so in the last video, or the first video of fractions, we were introducing fractions and how to write them. So you will be getting some information sent home on some practice for those. What I also want to do is show some other shapes that it could be in. Squares and rectangles are the easiest. Sometimes the hardest to draw are the different shapes like circles or triangles. But I can show you here how to draw some different fractions when you need to do it. So like I said, squares and rectangles are the easiest to draw for fractions, and there's different ways to do that. So I can put a cross in between, and I've split it up equally. Now here's another way of doing it. Rectangle, I always try to find the middle. And then with this section here, I try to find the middle. And then same over here, try to find the middle. And then like in the last video, I made this even more pieces by drawing a line through the middle that way. Gives you more pieces. And you can keep doing this and make bigger amounts of pieces. But the tricky ones are shapes like circles, because the hardest part is making equal pieces. Sometimes you'll get people drawing fractions like this. Now you have to ask yourself, are these equal pieces? And the answer is no. So this is not a fraction. So we'll try a circle again. So the best way to do it with circles is think like a pie or a pizza. When they cut up, they try to make equal pieces. We know that doesn't always happen, but they do the best they can. So what I like to do is start in the middle and go down. Start the middle and go across. Okay, so now I have 4 equal pieces there, but I can also continue, so I can go on diagonal. Now I can't stop there because these pieces are not equal to those ones, so I have to do this side as well. All right, so that gives me 8 equal pieces on a pizza or a pie. I love pizza, so I always like to think of it as pizza. So if you do have some pizza during this isolation, you can talk about the fractions. How much is eaten, how much is left. My favorite is when none is left, because that means I ate it all. Here's another shape. Triangle, which can be very challenging. Not a recommended one to draw. So I split into sort of 3 sections, and then you want them all to have the same shape as that one, so this is where it gets a little tricky. And then we're going to try to follow. Okay. So right there I have a fraction with 9 pieces. Now these are not very common fractions to be drawn for your grade level, but there's always that option. And someone who wants to challenge themselves trying to draw fractions with triangles. I would really stick with drawing squares or rectangles when you have to draw fractions, because you can do any number. Now this fraction here has 9 pieces, which is an odd number. Even, but I can do an odd number with a rectangle as well. I can go 1, 2, 3. So that gives me 5 pieces. So odd numbers there as well. You can do any amount of pieces with a square or rectangle. Just depends how you cut it up. Just try to make sure they're as equal as possible.